wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone.
Hello and welcome back to Paganello 2024. It's Sunday, it's semi-finals day, and there's two more live on ULTI.TV. This one in the loose mixed division, Vecchia Romagna against Zamzam. I am Christina Obermeyer, joined by the lovely Italian Giovanni Cioppo Santucci. How are you?
Ciao a tutti, nice to see you here, nice to be back here for this other semi-final of the loose mixed Vecchia Romagna against Zamzam. Both teams heavily filled with Rimini rosters. Barbara just came up the field. You were afraid she wasn't ready, or she wasn't here. But Bobby is here and it's ready. She's ready to play.
We didn't see her. We were already fearing she's not going to be part of it, but she was a big part and played an important role on yesterday's streamed game of Vecchia Romagna. And do you want to maybe explain to everyone what it means, what Vecchia Romagna means?
Well, Vecchia Romagna means old Romagna, so old people from Romagna, Vecchia Romagna, what's old in Romagna. But it's also the name of a famous brandy that we have here in Italy, Vecchia Romagna. So
Time is running.
it's a team that they always did. It's either Costa Rica Gold, Costa Rica Old, and Vecchia Romagna is the latest that they always bring up.
So it's the old people.
Yeah, no, the experienced player.
I was kidding, of course.
Experienced,
Hope you heard that in the change of my voice,
experienced, almost retired player or retired.
So retired players with loads of experience, and we know how beneficial it is on the beach to have experience, to know how to throw well and how to and where to run at any given situation.
Well, it's like there is. It's like a mirror, basically. Vecchia Romagna is what it will be Zamzam in 6, 7 years, 10 years. I don't know for them, for some of them, obviously, because there's a huge difference in the ages of Zamzam. But yeah, basically the team has the same philosophy. Retired or non-player that still wants to play the Paganello vibe.
And I can tell you that Paganello vibe is worth restarting your Frisbee career for. It's just a nice atmosphere at the beach. There's so many people and a huge amount of teams and 5 divisions. It's just amazing. You can see the stands from our drone shot full of people.
Yeah, even the sky decided to clear up a bit for this semi-final day.
You can see everyone took their position to see one of the last games of the day.
campo in maglia bianca il Vecchia Romagna, in maglia scura il Zamzam per un'altra semifinale.
Emma
torneo
Semprini
ULTI.
was talking to us about the fact that she is the one in charge of pleasing all our needs this weekend at Paganello.
Oh, and they have been filled. All their needs well taken care of. Of course, in the Zamzam team, there's many people helping out at the tournament, also getting to play. And the disc is in flight. First pull underway. Just clearing out the sidelines for you as
Grazie.
he's walking towards the brick point, the imaginary one, of course. And in first opportunity, Deepak goes off and goes onto ground.
Yeah, it looks like until the deep space is open, they just want to huck it down and play a sort of Akandi.
Vecchia Romagna is going to go right back with a deep shot of themselves, and good position by the defense, taking away the spot and having to go up early to get there.
Now Semprini picking up the disc again. Tommaso.
And another deep shot going up, Semprini underneath it. His defender as well, red. So, well, good position by the defender, and the disc is moving quickly. Vivid fakes. Finds it back again, and another lefty huck. Same thing as before, but this time just a bit of a better placement. The drop into the end zone. 1-0 and a break for Vecchia Romagna to start this semi-final.
Would you describe this as a lazy type of ultimate?
No, that's quick running.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just
Hucking.
1-2 pass and always a high stall to look for the huck, to look for the time, and to huck. So I think that it's the third game of the day.
Yeah, it is. So it is really prioritizing single matchups and single players. But so when I think of lazy ultimate, and I probably think you wouldn't even know what I mean, or like haven't played it that much, because for me lazy ultimate is like a standstill zone, and 4 people in a 7-on-7 match, 4 people in the back swinging the disc from one side to the other, not actually moving and making a cup run. That to me is lazy ultimate.
Well, it's nothing but lazy. People are running. Offenses
The
are.
D-line is running. Like
Yeah,
the
but
offense is running.
offense is swinging back and forth, back and forth, back and
But
forth.
it's not no running. The Italian way of playing is, and that's why I'm saying you might not know it as well, is to always move a lot, but sometimes you don't even need to move, and
Barbara fearlessly.
gets in there, lays out, and makes a play. Catches it one-handedly. The disc goes up the line. Not yet is defended, and now has a defender on her. She's in the reset position, and I think there was some marking infraction. That's why everyone's stopped and they're discussing. Reset to Barbara, and the inside shot taken, and 2-0 for Vecchia Romagna. What a cool break.
Yeah, I don't know if Zamzam would expect to be 2-0 at the beginning of this semis, but
Did you have the other team in front in your mind?
no.
No. Okay.
No, by the age, I thought that the third game, semi-final, but as we saw yesterday, commanding Vecchia Romagna, they are old foxes. They always have an ace up the sleeve. So let's see if Vecchia Romagna can get to the finals of this loose mixed. I think I scratched my hair and a shower of sand
Just got into my hair.
got into mine also. It's so full of sand, guys, and so full of fun.
I mean, we are at the beach. There's expected to be sand, but the amount of it in my eyes, didn't expect that.
Oh, finally some game by the Zamzam.
Their flow, offensing through. Doing really nice resets as well. Moving over to the other side. Inside shot goes up high, but it floats for ages, and that's amazing defense by Vini.
There's a call. No call.
Vini was in front and always in control of that disc.
Yeah, the defender on her is the only not really Vecchia Romagna in the Vecchia Romagna team. She's a old, meaning that she started very early to play for the LSDF association, the Rimini Frisbee association, but still, she's the least Vecchia of the whole team.
And a bubble and caught himself, which makes it an immediate turnover, and that gives Zamzam the first point of this game, and they slowly but surely advance to make it 1-2.
I like Semprini, I like him a lot. He's always fiery, even when it's the competition level maybe going down, but he's always, he really wants to win, even though he does lose with a smile on his face. He really wants to win.
He's a very emotional, typical Italian frisbee player. Because I would describe a lot of players on a high level in Italy to be like always, no matter what they do, always giving everything on the line. And maybe that's just the way you were taught to play.
Yeah, well, we are fiery, we are really emotional, but Semprini is actually one of the coolest and calmest person during the game, but to his teammate is always fiery, like he wants them to reflect the same energy that he's putting out onto the game.
That can take you a long way or make you very frustrated depending on what team you're playing with. But it does seem like he got himself the right team, as it's a semi-final and they're in the highest, as high as it gets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Nice pull. Lands in the back and rolls out, which means they can walk towards the end zone line. Pick it up there.
Semprini nodding to us. Doesn't look too happy.
He can look happy now, because that was a valiant effort for defense. Trapped on the far side now. And the reset comes off, and some love. That
Shoot!
one, quite a shooter. And a round shot into the end zone. What a perfect put. Just angled enough to score a goal. Zamzam even up the scoreboard by 2-2.
You see Vecchia Romagna players really already arguing about marking errors marking mistakes that they had during this point. So we'll see how the schooling of Barbara to Padovani goes. And now it's up between Francini and Padovani to go up, and Padovani staying for the offense. The wind is picking up actually now. There's a bit of sand in the air.
And it's the first time the wind actually is coming from the right side of your screen to the left. We always had it to be from the sea towards the land, but now it's switched up.
Yeah, it kind of whirls now.
Yeah, it's a bit gusty. We'll see how players cope with it.
This is a nice pull. couple of hard bumps in the point before with Sprighi and Galli.
But it does seem like they're okay with the physicality of it.
Yeah.
Some Italian marks can be quite intense. Experienced that before.
Acquaviva blasting it out, but it's too long and straight out of bounds.
And
Straight out
that's
of
part
bounds.
of the problem here as well. If with the swirly wind, it just takes the disc and it takes it somewhere, and it's really hard to control.
Yeah, you see, this is the same throw that before floated for Toby Mine. And now it's just synced. Well, it depends also on the spin you put on the disc.
When she was there just inches away, millimeters, and a very low disc, a lefty dart backhand. Caught in the middle though, looking for an option, gets an upline, finds end, resets again, points to the break side and finds a continuation.
I
Very
think,
static.
I think that Zamzam wants this, wants to give the disc to non-Endler player like Gavelli or other cutters.
I would have loved that scuba to connect. What a nifty throw. A lefty scuba is always a very good.
Padovani is always very crafty with his throw.
Sembrini on the far side.
The distance now, this gainer can really make a difference.
And the disc goes off into the end zone, very open and alone. A perfect stride for Zamzam, and that's 3 in a row for them now. What a change they've made happen just after a missed start. They're back on serve.
Not the first time this weekend that we see many breaks in a row. Here you see loads of time directing the traffic. Go this way, go the other way, and continue securing the point with a nice assist for Temeroli Chiara, or Noemi Chiara. We could have asked to continue. It wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, although we have a great roster for Zamzam, there's no numbers.
Here we see that now Vecchia Romagna needs to build his trust back to score again and find a way to get back this disc that is out of bounds.
Vecchia Romagna very slowly picking up that disc, to get it from so far away. And now striding towards the middle of the field. I'm guessing it's 10 steps to walk it to the line, and a horizontal stack setup for them.
Like for a medieval or a gunslinger duel, 10 steps before meeting your fate.
Puts it into space just in front of the end zone. Loads of chaos, 2 defenders, but it stays with the offensive player, and
oh my goodness.
The disc is caught in friendly fire from Beanie and Barbie.
My God. There was
3-3.
almost, the disc was gently caressed at one point in this game by a defender.
Just giving it the slightest stroke, and if that's enough. And Beanie and Barbie tumbling, but getting Vecchia Romagna finally getting that score.
Wow, fast hands for sure. And Vecchia Romagna, like we say in Italy, di riffa o di raffa, scored. One way or another, he scored. Di riffa o di raffa. Zamzam waiting for this disc to be ready to score another offense.
They're still getting some instructions from the sideline though. Can only take a few more years until they pull it. I'm kidding, of course they're going to be ready in a second.
I think that both teams now don't mind if they take a bit of time to pull.
As you already said, it's the third game of the day. It's tough conditions. And always hard to run on the sand like that. And what a good pull. Booked in the end zone, and the
Will be
garbage
saved.
collection works out.
Oof.
Sembrini has it in the middle after nearly dropping it before.
Marini.
Back into the middle to Marini. And the defense
Oh.
comes up. There, it does seem like a call, at least gave him a stop for a second.
Ah, it was very quick.
He was in front, but there was body contact, maybe a dangerous play situation of some sort.
No, it was called strip.
Strip call.
I read the lips of Scontini saying, I had that.
All right, a strip call. Interesting.
So it's retracted. I think it's retracted. Yeah, it is.
So a retracted strip that will give a break opportunity to Vecchia Romagna. They're advancing slowly and going all the way to the other side, to the break side. Continuation is there, but looked off. And that disc is hanging for ages, but Sembrini can't get there.
Against Francini.
Francini gets it and gets the disc again. Oh, does he? And that's a score instead. No, it's not. It's a drop right out of the hands.
It's tough. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Sembrini. Oh my goodness, Sembrini.
Perfection, and that's a score. Oh my goodness, as you said, Sembrini taking the shot. Shots fired and
Wow.
caught for Tam Tam.
That's what you get when you miss a score so easily and without the defense making the effort. When you lose a chance, you take the chance. You
give it to the others and
Yeah.
they take it away from you.
When you have the chance and you lose the chance, the opponents have the chance. Well, it's not very rhymey, but yes.
We tried. We're not professional or anything.
I would still put the accent in this play on the Sembrini hack.
That huck was perfect. And the rundown of it, it did seem a little far, but in the end just got
It's
there
crazy.
in time with, I want to say it was a safety layout.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, a tiredness layout, like the whole pitch. You just made the whole pitch running. You see that the disc is pitch perfect, but at the same time, you don't want to miss
You don't know. You
the
don't.
pancake catch.
Oh, pancake catching on layouts.
Uh,
Oh,
I
if that's
thought,
your rhythm, fair enough.
I
I'm
thought
not a fan.
we were stopping at pancakes. So good pancakes.
Okay, a pancake would be great now. But I'd rather watch everyone pancake catch and not drop. As Vecchia Romagna are on offense again, they've given up quite some points to Tam Tam. Still looking for an option to find someone up the line. Close enough. An intense mark and
Not
almost catch, but not quite there.
the best choice.
No.
Not the best choice.
You know, at some point there's no more line you can throw off to, and it's just going to be outside the
Yeah,
field.
exactly. Also, it took a bit of a travel during those pivots, so he found himself way closer to the line, maybe. I don't know, but Sprighi picks up the disc.
Sprighi into the middle, and that is a tipped throw, and it's going to get a really, really good position to Vecchia Romagna. It hurts to watch, but it's also so good for them to complete a single pass goal with such an opportunity.
Incredible, incredible turn of event here. The disc goes down after the first pass. Sprighi maybe a bit lazy, didn't bend the knee, didn't put the flick into the forehand, didn't put the F and the L into the ick, the flick.
So he didn't put in enough love, and it was just too zippy, making it really hard to catch. Is that what you're saying?
Well, not hard to catch, but he stayed afloat too much instead of zipping it right to the chest of the free handler with him.
Yep.
But still,
That makes sense.
Sbrighi rocking a nice, very short polo this year, going with a 80 almost.
Did you not know crop tops are in again?
Yeah, crop tops for Sbrighi, but let's say this: Sbrighi had always been a trendsetter in Rimini and in I say in Italy. So I'll follow his lead and put some short polo from now on.
All right, tonight's party. You heard it here for us. First, Chapo will wear a short polo.
Belly buttons will be out.
All right. Looking forward to seeing that.
Emma Semprini to continue.
Semperini again, really working every other on that offense.
Oh.
Another Semperini.
Oh!
And a lay out. What an amazing play on defense. Getting the double happiness, and that is such good defense.
This is the stuff that gets me excited.
Oh, we can hear it.
I'm
Chapo's
clapping. I'm
happy.
clapping.
And he goes for the deep option again. No one actually knows the disc is in the air. Misreads it like no one ever did. And Beanie is free under.
Given this type of throws that we see, shouldn't they throw and the cutter then start running?
I would agree. And Beanie loses and sand strips herself. It's usually a ground strip. That's a sand strip.
She would have been 3-on-3 hard, super tough catches.
It would have been, but I've seen Beanie make all of these catches before. Just this one, too far, and it goes back again.
Again, Zamzam getting that opportunity to score again and again and again.
Big Hawk goes up again. This time everyone knows it's up in the air. And what a catch by Semprini, who now... Who keeps the disc because his defender is calling an injury.
Yeah, I think they smashed. One smashed the feet of the other. And Sapucci, calves. He got his calves smashed by the knee, probably the knee of Semprini. Sapucci and Gavelli comes up.
So the disc stays with Zamzam, and another garbage collection for them. Not quite in the end zone. Vivid cutting from both sides, and Semprini gets the disc into space and yanks it down.
He was fed up. He was fed up with this point. He said, no more. I want to score. I will do that. And he did it all. He cut the disc, brought the balance, the barycentrum of the team higher, gave the dump, couple passes, back at it again, coming from the deep space to the under space, and securing another point for Zamzam, and they go 5-4.
They're up by 2 now.
6-4.
Exactly, and I do think that was just the jingle for half-time, timed half.
Yeah, it was.
So we've got this point, and then we have half-time after that. So we'll see if Zamzam can take it, or if Vecchia Romagna can get back and finally get a score on the board again.
Was this a break, Christina? Was this a break?
I think so.
Yeah, thought so too.
Don't quote me on that, though. That is another very high score, and only smacked away here. After some flow offense, there's back staggering, and the reset does not work. It's off the hands.
No
He
call.
wasn't lazy at this one. Just jumps out of the hands, and now an isolation in the end zone, and he gets there, just not quite in yet, on the line, looking for the jump in, and there it is. 6-4 for Vecchia Romagna. 6-5, of course, we just had 4, and then Tum Tum is the one leading.
Everyone is happy here. The stages are full for the semifinal. Dogs are wiggling their tails, sending kisses. So everyone is happy here.
We've seen a lot of dogs this weekend.
Dogs, people, fans, families following us from YouTube. So everyone is happy. Please participate with us. Don't send full stop in the chat, but otherwise communicate with us. Let us know what you think. Let us know what are your point of view on calls, actions, and we will reply to you right back.
Yeah, we will, and while you're already texting in the chat, you can also like and subscribe. Ring the bell to get notified for any of our upcoming games, and also, if you want to help us, just become a patron. We would really love your help, monetary, or just by liking. You can already help us a little bit. It's great to have you with us. Semi-final in the loose mixed division. Currently, Tum Tum up 1 over Vecchia Romagna, and they're on the verge of making it up 2 as they're on offense with the disc in their hands. Semprini with a questionable flick into space, but no one really there to
There's a foul call on the throw. Uncontested by Padovani.
So the disc will go back.
Now Padovani's getting ready for a hand block, he said.
That's a big ask, and that one, this is not a hand block, but counts as a lot of pressure on the D.
Indeed. I think that almost Semprini fixated on that throw. He wanted to give it away no matter what.
Sometimes that's a really cool thing, because then your fellow players know it as well, but if the defense knows just as much, it's not ideal.
Centering for Mary Padovani. Again, making all the game on the endless space.
And Padovani getting every other, playing an important role on that team. Vivid faking and somehow hangs on to it on that far side now. Puts it into space. Looks for an option, goes high release, and that's still caught. And the continuation in the end zone. What a highlight here.
Contini got a piece of it, but the disc didn't went on the ground, got collected by Vecchia Romagna and put it into the end zone with an easy backhand pass of Alpha Mitter. So now we're heading to the last third of the game, actually, on 6-6.
And it does seem like it's halftime now that they're calling.
Oh yeah, now it's timeout time. They have to swap.
They have to swap sides, and there's communication.
I think the sides are right, but yes, exactly. The problem with the issue was not the side, but the offense-defense ratio. So
that makes a lot of sense. And unfortunately for Tum Tum, they will have to distribute the disc to Vecchia Romagna again after half, because they started on offense.
Score is 6-6. And we see Contini pulling.
Great pull that lands out the back, and they're walking it towards the line. Of course, it landed in the end zone and then rolled out the back. Does seem like a little bit of a poach there from Tum Tum. And nothing really they can hit yet. And there's a switch in the forest, but exploited on both sides, and that
goodness.
one works out. He just smacked that disc away, picks it up quickly, and goes the other way with the huck. Zambrini flies and catches it! What an accelerating grab by Tommaso Zambrini.
Wow. Wow. A legend, born and raised in Rimini, twisting around while running full speed to get this disc full stretch layout, almost on his back. Oh my goodness, and this hack from Contini. My God.
He never
Oh!
never leaves
That's incredible.
the disc out of sight. He's always like got it right in his sight there.
That was incredible,
Until it isn't
Tommaso.
enough.
Congrats.
He's really happy about this, and I would be too if I had the ability to lay out like this.
Viste todo el mundo, está todo el patio. Queremos darle una bienvenida a todas las mujeres que han servido por todo el mundo.
So we're gonna double check the score again. While Tum Tum is pulling upwind. As I can remind you, the winds condition have changed, and that disc floats over the tent and lands inbounds. What a great pull. Into the middle for Vecchia Romagna. And that near sideline, they're gonna be trapped now, but it's fine. They'll get out of there anyway. What a layout grab. Keeping the disc in her hands, just slightly overshoots their player, and that's quick break for Tum Tum. That was such a quick turnaround. Switching from offense to defense sometimes is one of the hardest things, and Tum Tum exploited that very well.
Yeah, I mean, the throw, this dump was too high. Padovan didn't even try to get the disc. He saw already that it was way too high, and then Sprighi lightly put it right in front for Contini to score.
Oh, hey, Duggo.
This is
We
a
already
very
talked
nice
about all
dog. Nice mask on his nose. Look at the whiteness.
Already talked about all the dogs around the field. This is one of them, one of the cuter ones, I gotta say.
This is one of the goodest boy in the ultimate scene. Meanwhile, we are just getting at the end of a little dispute over the score, if it's 8-6 or 7-6.
So Chapo, I have a question for you. Because we are seeing all these dogs, do people actually know Ultimate Frisbee in Italy? Or is it more like, oh, that's the thing with the dog that you throw toward it?
Well, most of the time is dog related.
Dog related Frisbee playing, not here. They're working like dogs. Especially for getting a huck out like this. It's floating and perfect, and Tommaso Zambrini does it again on a defensive end for this one.
Yes, now Zamzam has the chance to go ahead and take the break.
But a run through defense will give the disc to Vecchia Romagna.
Yes, the kerfuffle in the score was made by me, mistake made by me. So we added 1 point to Zamzam, but now it's 7-7. We gave to Caesar what was of Caesar. And now it's a 7-7 tie game for this Rimini derby.
Another great semi-final here. This time around in a loose mixed division. It's either one team's game, really. Not really one getting the better of the other, although we've seen one or the other break happening. Just what we want to see at the business end of this tournament.
Yeah, well, this game has been pretty exciting with big plays, but at the same time, you can look at the score and realize that the exciting plays have been evenly distributed throughout the two teams.
Oh, and nearly caught that one. What an exciting piece of Frisbee action. The dish off just in maybe 1 meter of the vicinity of the other player, and then just throwing it out there, but also missing the defense, but then just dropping into the ground, not being able to hold it on.
Almost caught 2 times by the defender and by the offensive cutter.
Vecchia Romagna with the disc in hand, pointing and pushing out the flick, and flying through comes the defense, but doesn't really matter because it wasn't ever gonna connect with anyone.
When there's no Francini on the team or as we call it, tots, on Vecchia Romagna, looks like the burden of the offense is all on Paddy's shoulders. So they didn't really try even to develop any kind of action. They just stare at the deep look for seconds and seconds.
Semprini getting every other here. Really making everyone's work and pushed harshly. But doesn't really matter because it just moves to the other side. They're just in front of the end zone. Another one that is big and nifty for Tommaso Semprini. Definitely the MVP for that team.
Well, you can see a lot of smiles, a lot of bumping, but I think it's a joking.
It's the Italian way.
Yeah, it's a nepotism kind of thing, like bumping into each other to say, hey, I'm here. I know you're here. I know you're younger than me, but you don't pass by here without getting slapped in the neck.
Look at that catch from behind the back, getting it up front.
Definitely having Semprini out of the pro game was a shock for me because he stopped playing a high level after the gold medal, I think Yes, I golden medal in Veenendaal in 2017. He was under 20. I think he played a couple more years, maybe till COVID exploded. But yeah, he's still full of moves, but we're not gonna see him in the big stages.
We are seeing him organizing this wonderful tournament zone.
True.
We're very happy for him to do that, and that's a perfect pull. Not quite. It's like probably like half a meter. And they're discussing it, but the disc went out the side so early that that Barbie's gonna walk it to the other side of the pitch almost.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe the not enough space for Vecchia Romagna will force them to play in a proper way.
We'll see if it works out the way they planned it. High, stall, put, caught in the end zone. And what a play. Semprini was there. Is frustrated, and I would be frustrated at that, but that was just a bit lucky and better positioning.
Well, Fabio Gallo, number 15 for Vecchia Romagna, has always been tough to move and to take position on. So look at this, just sending it deep, just take position and 2 hands.
Nice execution as well, and the emphatic spike.
kind of a Dikembe Mutombo kind of point. If the basketball gods allowed me this. Oh, and here you can see that the loose mixed is loose for a reason. There has been some refreshing in the other end of the pitch. We were able to get it on camera, luckily. And Vecchia Romagna is here ready to pull with Padovani.
Padovani puts out the disc. That's a nice pull in the back of the end zone. And a drop.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
There's a discussion about it now. I'm not so sure what they're discussing, but the game has officially stopped. Or no, it's going on. Fair enough. Padovani
Foul again.
looks for another. Oh, it's a foul call on the mark, of course. It's a very close mark.
Yeah, indeed.
Trying to do it all to prevent them from scoring. Even running after, and Padovani is open for a tiny second, but they can't get it to him. Now they're losing yards getting it to him, to the trusted main handler. Close to the ground, but not quite there. He's asking for it again and gets it as well.
He wants the space to throw.
Pointing. Nice.
Ooh.
Put a lefty backhand into space. A lot of body contact, but they don't seem to care at all. Looking for an option, and again, Padovani is pointing.
Oh my goodness.
Nice inside shot, and that's a nifty flick for not a lot of distance. Padovani is looking again, going high release over the top. The line is there, and what a pickup! And there's another discussion with Padovani, and they're arguing, and it might be
Let's see.
a foul on the mark.
I saw a kind of a whiplash from the throw. It didn't stop in the natural motion. But I don't know. There has been this contact throughout the whole game. I don't know if it...
And
If
the
you
time is
should-
over. It's 8-8. This next point will decide it all, and that's a drop!
Nice Contini,
Unfortunate.
nice. Well job, Contini.
Nice layout for sure. And there will be another deep shot. We've seen so many. There's 4 people underneath it. Battle for position, and it goes Padovani's way.
Now Vecchia Romagna has to make the whole field. Or are they going to huck it?
They haven't hucked it as much yet, and there it goes. It's time. It's the business end of it, and it's too far out in front, and there is going to be a discussion about the body contact. And that's I do think that it's a turnover.
Yeah, the Padovani and the teammates said that it was too far away.
It was too far away. It also drifted on the onto the left
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Semprini is backing around.
Semprini not calling the same fouls that Padovani was calling to him. So actually an interesting angle, point of view. Now Zamzam doing what they should have done from the beginning of the game. So playing with the young and fresh legs and fast technique.
Exploiting the matchups they have. Semprini going every other, just in front of the end zone. Looks for an option and finds the score in the middle, and they're up by 1. The time is over, so it's a game to 10. They celebrate as if it was already over. It's not over yet. We just set the cap at 10. Vecchia Romagna can hold and break and still win the game. On the other hand,
Ooh,
we see the replay of
He
that
touched
super
it, he
close.
touched it.
He did touch it.
my goodness. My goodness. No, I mean, still not over, but Zamzam won this final
What a
at all
good
costs.
semi-final. I do think both teams deserve to be in the final. I'm not so sure how active Tam Tam will be tomorrow after throwing
Yeah.
the party tonight.
Yeah, well, you know, finals are late, but Monday is always a day where your choices always have consequences in both good and bad ways.
We'll see how good the consequence of these few last points will be. So there's also, teams are taking rather a long time, but now Tam Tam are pulling another big pull that's gonna be caught in the end of the end zone.
That's cool.
Looks for an option. And there's a discussion on the mark. This seems to be one of the tactics there to exploit the
cheap.
mark.
Pretty cheap now from Vecchia Romagna to me.
And the deep shot goes up, and talk about cheap, that's a cheap one. He doesn't even have to battle for it, and he's all alone as well as the sun comes out for the last few minutes
Of this game
of
and
the
the next one.
semi-final, and preparing for the next one, which is an open semi-final, and that is the equalizer. We're going to universe again.
Looks like kind of Zamzam took this one off. They started pretty well. It was a high, tall throw from Barbara, but then
a perfect throw into
it's
not a lot of congestion, and
9-9
that
game
is
to 10.
universe point
Quindi su capo centrale si gioca tutto nell'ultimo punto.
to go into the finals. And it does seem like teams are huddling up to figure out who to send onto that universe point line. Who do you think? Who would you
Segna vince.
send onto the line if you were Vecchia Romagna right now?
Huh.
Oh, we can see Barbie run to the line, of course. She's a sure contender for that team.
Are they calling a timeout? Is it a timeout? Can you call the timeout? Time is over? Who knows?
They might be able
Vecchia
to.
Romagna si gioca anche il time out.
And Vecchia Romagna is going to timeout, so Christina, are we taking a little break?
I think we're taking the tiniest break as well.
Be right back here
We
for
will.
the last point of this semi-final mixed lose.
And we are back live after this timeout. We are approximately 7 minutes over time, the timeout, before the universe point, the all-deciding last 1 point before the finals tomorrow.
Well, this is kind of nice ending for this semi-finals. Since it's Rimini Young against Rimini Old, Rimini Young of player non-player, Rimini Old of player non-player. So it's kind of nice, very familiar.
For you.
No, familiar in the sense of us
Oh, the
familiar
atmosphere of
yeah.
the people, the players themselves.
Yeah, it's cozy.
You can see that even if there's discussions, you actually do feel like all these discussions are positive and in good faith at all time. And the poll is underway. It's going to be bricked by Semprini, or is it?
Isn't bricked. It came out pretty
early,
soon. Yeah.
and they're showing where to go.
So Semprini is asking for where it came out. Oh my goodness.
Right over there.
Oh my goodness. Flashbacks to me. They comes to my mind with such short pull. So
Semprini
now
to Semprini. Back to Tommaso. Finds the isolation just in front of the end zone. And he's running for his life there, actually for a place in the loose mixed final tomorrow. Going to Semprini. Looks for another high release, and that's the score! Jumps it in just in time. It was the Semprini show for that last point. Out of contention for the gold medal are Vecchia, Romagna, and Zam. They get it, and they're in the final in Rimini tomorrow.
That's amazing. Semprini to Semprini to Semprini to Sbrighi to Semprini to Semprini to Semprini to Semprini to Semprini to Semprini to
Da qualche
score.
minuto sul campo centrale sull'Eurodisc Arena.
Cristina,
Sarà la
we're here.
semifinale
The
tra il
semis just
Z7
ended,
e
but
il
there's
Santa
another
Cosa.
one coming right up for the open semifinal.
Another one.
Another one. DJ ULTI.TV.
And it's Jet Set taking on a Costa Rica team,
South Dakota.
South Dakota. And we will see who gets the better of whom. It's going to be exciting. The sun is out. I've mentioned that before. I'm saying that again. It's just the best vibe at the beach. So we'll take a short break. Thank you everyone for tuning in, but we'll be right back with the next semi-final, the last one of today for Chapo Santucci. I've been Christina Obermeier, and we'll see you again soon.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.